Hi,
Hello.
welcome back.
Sherry says hi, and you better not mess up any of these words, please.
Say hi to the camera.
Hey, Sherry. Okay, so I'm calling corporate. Last time I had it, right off the dome. Last time I had it.
I know, I don't remember it at
Okay,
all. We need a
I'm calling
script.
corporate. Oh, I know it.
Okay, go ahead. I believe in you.
Have you ever wondered what the fuck your neighbors are doing upstairs? I'm calling corporate, where petty meets professional, and our regional stop returning our calls. We're the Courtneys with 25 years in property management experience, wondering how the fuck did some of you guys make it past the application process every
Think of
day?
that every day.
I thought of it 5 times just yesterday. I mean, it is hard out here for a pimp.
It really is.
Like
It really is.
we just need to get applications that are approved, not fraudulent
Yes,
activities.
but not just that. It's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like these things should be taught in school.
Yes, like how to fill an application out.
I had someone ask me what pay stubs were. I'm like, do you
Oh
have a
my
job?
gosh.
They're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, you know that thing you get when it tells you like how much
Mhm.
you're getting paid for the week or the 2 weeks? They're like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's a pay stub.
That's a pay stub. Welcome to adulthood, you imbecile.
And some of them are like real adults. Like they've been adults for a while.
Those are what we call, I don't want to say it on air, they're still sucking on their mama's teat.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how I can say it.
Again, we're the parents of the parents.
Yes.
Super fun. Anyways, today we are going to be opening up a new segment. And it is going to be Summer Loving.
Summer Lovin.
Oh no, I wasn't snapping at you.
Back up. My dog wants some of the love.
She wants to be part of the Summer Loving.
Back it up.
Anyways, Summer Loving is going to be a juicy segment around all of the explicit things that we or other people may have seen
Or witness.
in our property management
Or had to break up.
venture. Yeah, had to break up. Mine I had to break up. Lord. Anyway, so that's what it is. So that's going to be our first segment.
Yeah.
Over the course of the next few weeks. Then we will have some guests on here to tell us their stories. One of them I'm very excited for because I know she's got some juicy ones.
Oh, I'm very much looking forward to this. And, these Summer Lovin nights, it's going to wrap up our August for sure. You know,
as we head into fall.
Yeah.
Which I cannot wait for.
And each month is going to present a new segment. So August is going to be all about the raunchy stories that you love to hear between people, having a great time. And then next month is going to be a new segment, which we will introduce the last week of August. So you guys can stay tuned for that. And so, yeah.
So I know I told you earlier that I only had one story.
Okay.
But technically I have two. One of them I did not witness, but yeah. I did work at the community when this happened, and Jeremy is the one who witnessed it.
Who's Jeremy?
Jeremy is my husband. But yeah, so he is the one that witnessed it, and I just remembered it, and I was like, this is going to be perfect. I mean, it kind of happened in summer when we found out, but it's a little crazy. So hopefully he's okay with me telling this story, and he didn't want to tell it himself, but I'm going to tell it. Anyways, I'm going to start with my story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So my story about
I don't know this
Summer Lovin. My story about Summer Lovin. I was a leasing agent at the time. Okay. So I was like still kind of, I won't say like new to the industry. I wasn't new to the industry because I was a leasing agent. And then the community I worked at, they moved me somewhere else. And then I was there for a while, and it was a super large community. It was 982 units. Like it was its own town. They had 6 pools, and then they had apartments, but they also had townhomes. So we had a lot of people interested in the townhomes, so we would have to take them on tours to that side. And we didn't have golf carts. We had an actual van that we drive them in. You had a van? Yeah, that we drive them in.
See. Was it like one of those vans with no windows?
No, it had windows.
It wasn't a murder van?
It was like, hold on, what kind of van was that?
Was it like a catering van?
It was like legit a minivan. It reminded me of like a mom's soccer van, but it was like a 2001 version. Like it was it was like a 98.
Did it have the captain seats?
It did have the captain seats. Yeah. I was like, hold on, did it? Yeah, they don't swivel, but they had captain seats, and then they had like the third row or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I guess that's so we could take everybody, their entire family. and their like grandparents, everything. Everyone could come.
People can sit on the floor there. Yeah.
What was really bad though is like I kept getting like irritated about it because this has nothing to do with the story, but I have to say this about this van because honestly, when I started working there, like when they wanted to see apartments, the model unit for the apartment was right next to the office, so we could just walk. Because I refused. I was like, I'm not taking people in this creepy kidnapper van. But if they wanted to see the townhome, like I'm not walking over there. I'm not. It's
like a half a mile down the road.
It's honestly probably a mile down the road, and it's like down a hill, and then you have to walk in now, and then it's summertime. So I'm not walking that.
We're not doing it.
Yeah, but anyways, the van, like the top liner of the van was like coming down.
No.
Yeah, it was coming down. So like when people would sit in there, if they like hit their head on it or something, like all the little particles would fall. And then our maintenance guys would like use it sometimes, and so they would just leave all of their stuff in there.
Yeah, like to move an AC unit or something.
So yeah, but at this time when this was going on, we were in that van, and I had worked there for a while. They had ended up putting that community up for sale, and they wanted to go ahead and keep me as an employee. So they asked if I would be like their area leasing manager. So I just floated between all the communities. Well, it was a sale for a while because not many people wanted this community.
Nobody wants 1,000 units.
Yeah. So I was kind of back and forth to that community a lot. And this was one of the days that I was working over there. And I had someone who wanted to see a townhome, and it was like this husband and wife and their 2 children, and they were so excited. So when you drive from the office across the lot to cross the street to get to the townhomes, there is a pool right there. So that's always like our stop. Like that's the amenity. That's one of the amenities. That's one of the amenities that we look at is that pool. And it actually like it was smaller, but it was deep. It went really deep. So we're pulling through, and I'm like so excited, and I'm doing my whole spiel, and I'm like, and if you look over here, this is the pool closest to your home, you know, blah blah blah. You can come and swim anytime you want. And they all look over, and then I look over, and there is a man and a woman in the middle of the day. It's like 1:00 in the afternoon, and they are just going to town.
Like, are they like? Do you see splashing? Like,
no, you see everything.
Okay, so were they in the pool?
They were like on the stairs.
Okay.
Of the pool, just butt naked.
Butt naked.
Like
what
I would have. She was like cowgirl. Like she was. Like on top. Like,
so you got a full view of her.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was crazy. Okay. Like I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have really noticed because like, you know, he didn't have a shirt on. Most guys don't wear shirts in the pool. But then when I saw her, and I just saw. But yeah, so I could just see everything with her, and that's how I knew like something.
You could see her.
Yeah,
because she was riding cowgirl.
Yeah, on the stairs. On the stairs of the pool, and this is like the shallow end of the pool.
Yeah.
So it's like the walk downstairs. There's like 4 of them.
So everything. And their legs, toes.
Yeah, they're like on the very top step.
10 toes up.
Like they're not even on the bottom step where they're kind of in the water. Like they're on the top step.
Okay. Did they
in the middle of the day
think that people were? I mean, okay. There is what is it called? Voyeurism, right? Whenever you like people seeing what you do.
Yeah, and I mean, that's fine. That's fine. If you want people to watch, that's cool. But do it in the comfort of your own home.
Stay in your home and then open the windows.
Yeah, or like invite someone over that's into that, you know? Like don't just
have an audience.
Yeah.
But not in public.
Not in public, not in the pool, not during the day when we're out and about doing stuff. Like you obviously know that we take people on tours because I'm sure you had one before you moved in here.
And I'm assuming that there is more than 30 windows and doors in the view of that pool.
Yes, 100%.
Oh, Lord.
Anyways, so I obviously was like very awkward because they're just the man, the wife, and his 2 children are just staring at this couple with their mouth open, and I'm like,
close your eyes, kid.
My God. So I was like, I'm so sorry, and I like went ahead and like took them up to the townhome.
What do you do in that situation though? Like you're the leasing agent and you're the one who's leading this tour and you're the professional one. So like,
so I just kind of like, I didn't really like I acknowledged it, but I did acknowledge it. And I like went ahead and just took them up to the townhome, which was just, there was the pool. And then it was like probably 3 townhomes up from the pool. So I just took them up there, unlocked the door, and like left the door open, and I was like, take a look around. I'll be right back. Let me know if you have any questions.
Yeah.
I'll be right back to answer them. And I ran back down to the pool, and I was like, get the fuck out of the pool. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And they're like, oh my God, we didn't think anyone was over here. I'm like, why would you think no one would? There's like 1 million people that live here. Yeah. And it's 1:00 in the afternoon. It's a Tuesday.
Did you say fuck whenever you?
Yes, I did. Like, I don't, at this point, I didn't care.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I was like, no, because I'm sorry, at this point, like, I'm about to file eviction on you.
Right.
I'm just gonna be honest. Like, I don't care. And, like, you can go tell the judge that I said fuck to you, but when I tell the judge that there was public nudity and public indecency and all of this, they're not gonna care that I said the F word to you.
Fun quiz time, pop quiz. Pop quiz. What area of the lease is that in where you can evict somebody for having sex in public and at the amenity?
It's probably in multiple places. I know there's like community policy rules. We have a crime and drug-free housing addendum. Mm-hmm. There's probably a bunch of places.
It is prohibited conduct.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's actually in the lease. It's not literally even in the addendum. I'm over here like everywhere. There's multiple places.
Yeah, pages 1 through 8. Yeah, pages 1 through 8. It's in there. I think it's like paragraph. For us, it's paragraph 22.
Yeah,
maybe
that's
21,
of course
22.
If you're using the NAA lease. A lot of people don't use the National Apartment Association, but they should.
Yeah, they really should.
They should. So yeah, I just remember being like, "Get the fuck out of there! What the fuck is wrong with you? What are you guys doing? Why do you think this is okay?" And they were just kind of like, "Hey, man."
Oh my god, I had no idea.
Yeah, it's like they didn't really care, but they did. Like, try to pretend.
They definitely care, and they definitely knew that they were doing. They were trying to get a thrill, and they got it, and they got caught, which is probably even more of a thrill for them. Yeah. And the fact that you didn't evict them, they got off.
No, they got evicted. No, they got evicted.
Oh, they did? Okay.
No, they got evicted, 100%. Like, I went straight back into, I mean, I was just a leasing agent at the time, but I went straight back to the office, and I wasn't, like, freaking out or anything, because I tend to stay pretty calm under situations, unless, if I'm ever, like, freaking out, it's because I'm messing with you. Like, I'm never serious. Mm-hmm. But if it's a serious situation, I'm going to be very calm, and I'm just going to be like, here's the fact. So I walked into the manager's office at the time. I'm like, hey, I need to talk to you for a minute. And she was like, okay, what's up? And I told her the whole thing, and I was just so calm about it. And I was just looking at her like this. And she was just staring at me with her mouth open, and she was like, when did this happen? I'm like 10 minutes ago. I just finished up a tour, brought them back, and then I figured that I would come tell you. And she was, I don't know. I think it was more the fact that I was so calm about it that she was like, what? I'm like, yeah, so I think we should probably go ahead and file eviction on them. I think they need to go. And she did. I mean, it took us forever to get them out because, when it's not rent related.
Yeah.
It takes so long. But yeah, I think they ended up moving really on their own before we had to like truly go to court on them.
My microphone is not working for me. Why isn't it? What happened?
What was wrong with it?
It was like, I was trying to bring it closer to this one, like, and out and like way back and stuff.
This is staying in the podcast.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay, fine.
Because I'm like trying to tell a story.
You're just like a clinking.
And then I just saw like, I was looking in the camera and just saw it moving around. Anyway, so that's my first Summer Lovin story. And I think that was the first one that I actually like truly experienced in person.
Witnessed.
And and I had heard things about it, but I was like, I don't know. Sometimes, like, some of the people I worked with, they would tell stories, and they were, like, a little dramatic about their stories, and I'm like, I didn't really know what to believe. No, Sherry, she was so close. I didn't really know what to believe. I was like, I don't think this is how it really went. I think you're, blowing this out of proportion. And then it happened to me, and I'm like, oh my God, no, you were right.
It happens.
Yeah, so that's my first story. Now, my second story, it doesn't have anything to do with public nudity or public indecency or doing stuff in the pool, but I do believe it happened around summer, and this is one Jeremy witnessed.
Okay.
Oh my God, this is going to be a trigger warning.
Okay. Oh yeah, we forgot to do the whole parental guidance.
Parental guidance, trigger warning. I have it set up on our thing, but this is a trigger warning, I think, because, I mean, this might bother some people more than others. Like, I think it's going to bother everyone, but
again, we have to remember, well, I guess the audience will have to remember that we are in an industry where we see all, hear all. We have hard hearts.
Yeah.
And really tight stomachs. Like, we've literally seen everything. It can be triggering for people that have not been exposed to this type of like situation. But for us, it's just literally just another day.
Yeah. I was going to hit that, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. So I was going to hit a sound, but it doesn't make sense. Anyways, So we had this resident. This is the same community, the 982 community. Jeremy ended up working there a couple years after I was working there, but he was in maintenance. And we had this resident who had lived there forever. He also lived on the townhome side. And
so it always happens in the townhome.
Yeah, and I don't really know. I didn't really know this guy's like story and where he might have been, mentally.
Okay.
But we used to see him like all the time walking up and down the road. He would like talk to himself. Sometimes we would see him like panhandling, and I was like, you have a place to live. So I don't know if he was like scamming. I don't really know, what he, had going on. But he did live alone, and his mom would come every now and then. Like she'd come into the office sometimes and pay his rent for him. And we'd see her coming going from his apartment, like bringing him groceries and different things like that. And sometimes every now and then she would call in work orders for him if he didn't notice it or he forgot to call or something like that. She would call the work orders in. So anyways, one day one of these work orders came in, and Jeremy and one of his coworkers got the work order and went over there to fix it. Well, I don't know if you guys have ever lived in apartments or know anything about maintenance guys, but they knock like they're the police.
They do. Okay. I don't give a shit who you are. Okay. I will never ever believe you when people say maintenance just walked in.
No, they don't.
They
Absolutely
do
not.
It is their worst fear.
Yeah.
It is our worst fear, walking in on somebody in the privacy of their home. Like, you're here to do a job, and you don't want to see anything like that. Like, you just want to get.
You also don't want to like risk having a gun pulled on you.
Yes, it's so dangerous.
Yeah.
So yes.
Or maybe walking in on a vicious dog.
Like, yes. Maintenance knocks like they're the police, okay? So I don't give a shit if you were in the shower. I don't give a shit if you were taking a nap.
You heard them.
You heard them.
You heard them. And it's to the point where, like, I even knock.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
And if it's like a metal door or like a solid door, I will like I'll have a tool with me and I'll like beat on. Yeah, I will beat on the door.
And like, I'll scream office.
Yeah, I'll scream management. I'll scream maintenance. I'll scream something. Like I'll be at your window, like screaming it in the window. Like you are gonna hear me, and I'll do it. I'm not just gonna do it once and then be like, okay, well you're not here,
ma'am. Sherry has joined the podcast.
She's back with the squeaks. It's fine. It's a part of the culture now. She's just looking like, what? Did you say something?
Ma'am.
She's so excited. Just kicking her legs out. We're going to have a special podcast just dedicated to her. She's just going to sit on the couch.
We're going to have a video pointed to her.
Yeah, we're just going to talk to her one day. Anyway, so yeah, I knock like the police. I'll have a tool. I do all of that. So anyways, they knock. I was saying, I'm not just going to do it one time. Like I'm going to do it multiple times. And like I'm gonna put my ear to your door and see if I hear you walking towards the door.
I've got scabs, or I've got scars like on my knuckles.
I had bruises before
from how bad I've knocked on somebody's door.
I've had bruises. But anyways, so they did this at this apartment that they got the work order for, and they did it multiple times, and no one came. They didn't hear movement. They didn't hear walking. They didn't hear anything. So they took the key, unlocked the door, walked in. They're walking back to where it is, and this is like a 2-bedroom. So there's bedroom on one side and there's bedroom on the other. And one of the bedrooms has a bathroom in it. And that's where the issue was. Was in that bathroom. So they go and the door's like not closed, but it's kind of like halfway closed.
The bedroom door or the bathroom door?
The bedroom.
Okay.
It's like halfway closed. Well, I won't say halfway closed. It's like maybe like you fit like, if your arm's in there and push the door open. So they open that door because they don't think anyone's home. This dude is sitting, he has like a love seat or like a futon or something in his bedroom. Yeah, so he has his bed, but he also has like a love seat or a futon.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there completely butt naked on this love seat futon thing. And so they first saw him, they're like, oh my God. And so they tried to back out. Well, when they were backing out, seated next to him, also completely naked and both of them looking shocked, was his mother.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes. It was his mother, and I remember like they both. Yeah, so I don't know.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, they obviously didn't see anything going on, but at the same time, like you guys are both sitting butt naked.
Why are y'all both butt naked?
Yeah,
in your bedroom.
Yeah, on a couch or something, both looking just shocked that someone is in your apartment, even though you called the work order in and they knocked multiple times. Anyway, so I remember he said that they just turned around and walked out the door and locked the door and left. And I remember immediately after getting the phone call from them and being like, you're not going to believe what I just saw, blah, 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 blah. And like, he's telling me this, and like, he's the type of person that will kind of like mess with you and joke around.
Yeah.
And so he's telling me this. I'm like, no, there's absolutely no way that you're telling the truth. And he was like, no, I swear. He was like, I would not joke about this. Like, this is not something that I would joke about. Like, this is serious. And I like kind of believed him, but not really. Well, the guy who was with him, I never brought it up to him. And he wasn't with, Jeremy when he told me this story. And so it was like later that day, he came in the office and he looked a little, not Jeremy, but
the other
coworker. Guy. He looked a little like flustered and freaked out. And I was like, are you okay? And he was like, no. And I'm like, what's going on? And he was like, I have to tell you what I saw earlier. I was about to go, tell the manager because, I mean, I don't think there's anything we can do about it.
We can't do anything. We cannot do anything about it.
He was like, because they're in their house. I'm like, yeah, there's nothing we can do about that.
There's nothing we can do.
But yeah, so he tells me the story and I'm like, yeah, unfortunately there's nothing we can do. It's just, not something that we wanted to know.
And not something we wanted to see.
And, so then I was like, wow, this really happened. But yeah, so that, I'm glad I didn't witness that.
No. Oh gosh,
very, very glad I didn't witness that. But still, I mean, I have walked in on people naked before. Just like walking in their apartment after knocking. But I think sometimes, like, there's been a few times where like there was a couple times I told someone like, hey, I'm about to come to your apartment for whatever reason. And they're like, okay. And then I come and knock on the door, screen management, knock some more, screen management. They don't answer. And then I open the door and then they're just like in their apartment naked. I'm like,
did you not just?
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, you did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, I don't know, some people are like that. They just, it's like the thrill for them or something.
Yeah, I had to, this is kind of related, but unrelated, to Summer Lovin, but walking on people naked. So I had to do an occupancy check for an eviction that was happening. And I remember knocking extremely loud. And I went as far as, because I've had, this particular person has said that I have done things like, previously that I didn't do. So I had recording of me knocking on this door. Okay. So I had a recording on my phone of me knocking on this door saying office, occupancy check, office. And I was the assistant manager at the time. So like, I just was covering my ass. CYA, the most important, what is it called? Acronyms? Is it an acronym?
Yeah, it's an acronym. CYA, cover your ass.
Yes, in property management, cover your ass. So I needed to do an occupancy check. So I opened the door and I walked in. And when you walk into an apartment to do an occupancy check, you're looking for signs of life. Okay. So there can still be furniture in there. There can still be, like a mess or whatever. We're looking for clothes, food, and bodies. People.
Yeah, 100%. Clothes, food, and bodies.
So I was on my way to like the kitchen area, and then I hear something in the bedroom. And the bedroom where this bedroom was located was like, there was kind of like a dining room in between, and then there was like a short hallway. So there was movement in the bedroom, and I said, office, occupancy check. And there was no one came out. Like no one.
That would terrify me.
It was terrifying. So anyway, so I heard this scuffling, and then I walked out, locked the door.
Time to go. Time to get out of there.
Went back down to the office, and not an hour later, we get an email from corporate saying that I walked in on this person having sex with her boyfriend. Yes.
So I guess
an hour later. I didn't see them.
Yeah.
Like, I did not see them. I didn't even go into the bedroom. I was going to the kitchen to look for, like, food.
Yeah.
And,
that's what I've been like, guess what I got?
Recording of it. They said that I didn't knock. They said that I just walked in. They said that I went to watch them. Like, I was, like, going into the bedroom to watch them, and I was nowhere near the bedroom. Yeah.
First of all, don't do that to me.
But it's the craziest thing, because like sometimes you just kind of have like, this person is definitely untrustworthy. Yeah. And they're definitely going to try to get me in trouble. So I have to cover my ass like extra on this particular case. So, obviously I had what we needed, and I told my boss about what happened, before we got but the nerve of somebody to emo corporate, she deliberately knew that my boyfriend was in there and she just wanted to watch because she's a pervert. Like they were literally slandering me like in this email. Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah, I would have sent them the video and been like, hey, is this what you're talking about?
No, I was like, no, I mean, we have a recording that I knocked and like there's nothing.
I know, but I still would have no, Sherry.
No, ma'am, Sherry. Get up.
I still would have sent the
down.
video though and been like, hey, guess what?
She wants no, she's getting some pets from your foot right now.
That's fine. Just don't knock it over, okay? Don't knock it over. She's just looking at me.
Man.
Anyways, yeah, that's awful.
So my little Summer Lovin story.
Okay.
So I have a history with an apartment community. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have a history with them. So I'm not going to obviously name any names or anything like that, but there was at one point I was the assistant manager and then I got promoted to manager, but I went to another apartment community and I had like my own community there because we had an active property manager where I was promoted from. But then at that point I was still living like at the apartment community that I just got promoted from. And I ended up moving out shortly after. This is just like a little backstory so you can kind of figure it out. Good luck. So I was still working for the company, but I was not working at the apartment community. And then I moved from the apartment community and then I quit the company, maybe. I think I moved back. I moved back to the apartment community before I quit the company.
Okay.
Are we picking up what we're laying down here? Yes. Gotcha. So I was living there as a resident the second time, and then I quit the company. So I was back, and while I was back, there were talks about managers leaving and like things going on. So like I kind of knew eventually that I would end up working back over there, but I didn't know like what that looked like.
Right.
Anyways. So I was there as resident and like, I'm there as resident, but like I worked with these people for years. So like these people were still like my friends and stuff. So, so there's a story that I did not witness, but it's a bizarre story. So I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it anyway.
Okay.
We, like I said, we're all friends and stuff. We all hang out. And so every now and then I'll see people in passing. And so this particular associate, I'm not even going to tell you like if it was a maintenance guy or a leasing agent or whatever. This particular associate saw me in the parking lot, whatever. So we're just catching up. And they were like, you will never believe what happened last night. And I was like, well, what happened? Tell me.
Excited.
And so basically they said that there were complaints coming from the pool area. Like there was noises and stuff, complaints coming from the pool area. And people started to like call like our courtesy officers and stuff to try to see if they could go and figure out what it is. Well, they ended up making contact. The staff made contact with the courtesy officers and they're like, no, it's okay. It's all good or whatever. It's fine. This was probably 1:30 in the morning. Okay.
Yeah. Courtesy officers, by the way, are usually some type of law enforcement that live on the property and they monitor the community
and typically get a discount.
Yeah, they typically get a discount on rent.
They are independent contractors. They are their job is separate from the law enforcement agencies that they work for.
Yeah, but they monitor the community. They monitor complaints. They monitor shut down the pool.
Yeah, lock it up. Make sure that they're handling calls, all that stuff.
And most of the time, pools close usually at the latest 10 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 or 11. This particular pool closes at a later time, 10 or 11. So it's about 1 o'clock. Pool's closed, obviously. In the area, there was a hot tub in there as well. And so they had complaints that people were in the hot tub. So fun fact, there's cameras. Security cameras. And so later they were looking at the security camera because they were trying to figure out who it was so they could send them lease violations and things like that. Well, they saw the courtesy officer himself inside of the hot tub with a couple of naked chicks.
A couple
of naked chicks.
Okay.
And he was having himself a great time. He also was a courtesy officer that was on call, that was receiving calls from the people about him that were having complaints. So he thought that he was just going to be able to brush it off and it was all going to be okay. He didn't realize that management would follow up with this person and confront them and try to send them a lease violation. Okay, other fun fact. We're just getting into it. The courtesy officer was best friends with the manager at the time's boyfriend.
Wow. So he just thought that he was
guess who didn't get evicted?
So he just thought he was invincible.
Yes.
And apparently he was.
He was, because he did not get evicted. He did not get penalized.
And they have him on camera.
On camera, yes, with a couple of girls. Couple of them. Yeah, couple of them. That at the time we were questioning were even 18.
Wow.
So insert me into this community as a property manager now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is only a couple months later, like that we actually make the switcheroo, right? Okay. So, but I couldn't prove it.
Yeah.
I couldn't prove anything. No, sorry. But the nerve of someone thinking that they are so entitled to the point where they are breaking the rules, man. Just because you live there, or just because you work there, just because just because you know the rules and you are the one who enforces the rules, doesn't mean that you can break them.
Right.
I also am very, very well known for living where I work, and it's not because I want to. It's the convenience factor on it, you know? So I have to also lead by example. And so people always pressured me, let's go to the hot tub, let's go to the hot tub. And of course I've had a few drinks and I'm like, no, still, I cannot do that to myself.
You have to.
Yeah, we can literally go anywhere else. We can go to the apartment community down the road that I have no association with. Right. And go to their hot tub.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to mine. No, I'm not breaking those rules.
No. I don't do that either. Thankfully the community I'm at doesn't have a pool, so yeah, we don't have to worry about that. But that's crazy that the courtesy officer was just like, I can do whatever I want.
And he literally could at that time. He did. Yeah, he did.
So you couldn't pull up the old cameras and go back?
It was too far it was too far back.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 3 weeks or something.
Long. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and of course no one's gonna save that footage.
No, especially if she's friends with them.
Yep.
Yeah. She probably found a way to delete it.
Yep. Yeah. So there was a lot of shady business going on whenever that manager was there.
Wow.
So yeah, I uncovered a lot of stuff, but that one pretty much took the cake. I knew what I was coming into, but they were not prepared for me. They were not prepared for my sternness.
I could see that. I could see that 100%.
I'm cool, man. Just don't break the rule.
Yeah. Because then you have to deal with them.
Yes. Again, it's my face. It's my reputation.
Yeah.
I'm working for the owner here. So I want to keep my job too.
Yeah. 100%.
So
you also just kind of want to be, I won't say the best, but you do want to be the best.
I do want to be the best. No, you can say it. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
you can say it.
I was trying to be nice about it.
No, I'm definitely not humble about the fact that I do want to be the best. I want to be the best property manager ever. But that's also that goes into so many other links. I'm not going to be the one to get all of my bonuses. Yeah. Because I'm going to have to spend money and stuff, but I'm going to make sure that everybody is taking care of it and it's right. It's right. And if I put my name on it, it's going to be good. It's going to look good. It's going to feel good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's crazy.
I know, right? That's crazy. That's going to be our theme.
Now I want to know, obviously we're going to have a special guest that's going to tell us all their juicy Summer Lovin stories. But I want to know if other people have them.
Please.
That they want to send us or tell us about.
And this is a great opportunity to let us know. Yes, we have an email address. It's literally just and we want to hear from people all around the world that have their own stories that they would love to hear or that they would love to tell. And we have the capability and the opportunity to either bring people in to this place,
or we can even send you a link to do it remote.
And we can streamline, you, and it could be a FaceTime call pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. I think that would be pretty fun.
I think it would be too.
Yeah, I want to know. But yeah, if you go to any of our social medias, if you look at us on any of the episode links through Apple, Spotify, Amazon, iHeartMusic.
Yep.
That's going to have the link there. It also has a link to support our show, so you can make a donation and help us.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
I'm never gonna. Well, we're gonna have that every single episode, so I'm gonna have to say it this one.
Anyways, I like this. I like this episode, and I'm looking forward to our guest.
Oh, we're gonna have and the good thing is, I think August has 5 weekends.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they have 5 weekends. So we have plenty of time to hear the raunchy Summer Lovin stories. I think this is a great way to kick off the segment for the podcast because, it is pretty fun and it's juicy and it does get really crazy out there.
Yeah. And the things that you see and then people are just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
When you like catch them or when you're like staring at them because you're in shock and they're just like, oh.
And I think the craziest thing to me ever is when people are like, we didn't know you couldn't do this. We didn't know.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
We didn't know that you couldn't do this.
Yeah.
Like, bitch, you have a 50-page lease.
But not even just that. Like,
read it.
Not even just that. It doesn't matter if you have a lease or not. It's still like against the law.
It is against the law.
And like you could be arrested.
Especially if you don't live there.
Especially for all the stories that we just told.
Everything is grounds for being arrested.
Yeah, everything is grounds for being arrested. Everything. Yeah. Even the stuff that happened inside the person's home.
Yes.
It's still grounds for being arrested.
Yep. You're either going to jail or the state hospital, whichever one you can choose.
Anyways, this has been a fun conversation.
It has been, and we appreciate every single one of you guys for listening. We hope that you've had such a good time. If you're the courtesy officer, what up? You know exactly what.
Anyways, join us next time where we continue our stories on Summer Lovin. If you have anything, send them into us. Email, text, social media DMs. Yeah. Slide in our DMs.
Slide in them. Yeah. I mean, that Courtney's married. This is fun. Oh yeah, the outro. Okay, what is it again? I don't know either. I can't.
We don't know.
I can't remember.
We're just winging this.
We had so much potential before it started. It was like I think we just did it. We just pretty much was like,
we just winged it.
We did. Okay, y'all. Stay petty, stay professional. Bye.
I love it.